In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to sew this beautiful luxury kimono with elegant Aso Oke detailing, large functional pockets, and a clean professional finish. If you've already watched my matching baggy trouser tutorial here on the channel, this kimono complete the set. Let's get started. To make this kimono, you will need 2 yards of Ankara fabric, while for the design, I used 5 strips of Aso Oke. You can use Crepe, Chino, or any fabric of your choice to achieve this beautiful look. Your fabric is on a fold of 4. Just fold it the way you fold your fabric when you are about to cut a kimono or a bubu dress. Then to know the fabric to fold, it is your quarter of your hip circumference plus your preferred ease allowance. For this tutorial, I'm adding 4 inches of ease and half an inch for seam allowance. That is, this half an inch is for the joining of the Aso Oke, making it total fabric width 16 inches. Now measure from the shoulder to your desired kimono length. For my client, the shoulder to knee measurement is 39 inches. My Aso Oke strip measures 6.5 inches, so I will subtract that from the length. 39 minus 6.5 gives me 32.5 inches. Then I will add half an inch seam allowance for joining the Ankara to the Aso Oke, making my Ankara length 33 inches. Square the line across the fabric to form a rectangle before cutting. This helps you use your fabric efficiently and minimizes waste. For the neckline, I'll be using 2.5 inches for the neck width. You can also use 3 inches for yours. Then I'm going to be using 1 inch for the neck depth, just as you can see, and I'm going to shape it with a smooth curve. Now for the front neckline, I'm just going to be marking a V line, like a V shape, just as you can see. Then I'm going to connect it all the way down. First cut the back neckline, then rearrange the fabric, open it just as you can see me placing it on my table. Then I'm going to cut the front neckline. When you're done cutting that, separate the front from the back by cutting through the center front. This opening transforms the garment into a kimono jacket. At this point, your front and back pieces should look like this. Now, for the hemband, measure the entire hemline for the back and front separately to determine the exact length of the Aso Oke you would need. First, I measured my back hemline. I got about 30.5. I would cut out an Aso Oke that measures that required length. Then I would carefully pin them along the hem of the back piece, right side facing right side. Then I will stitch using half an inch. Now for the front piece, measure the hemline for the front piece, cut out the required length needed. I carefully pinned it down just as I did for the back. Repeat exactly what you did for the back for the both fronts. Then, once sewn, iron properly. Your hem should look neat, just as this. Now for the sleeve band, the next thing to do is to measure around the sleeve edge. Determine the required length of your Aso Oke strip that you'll be needing for that particular section. I have measured mine. After that, I cut an Aso Oke in the required measurement. Then I pinned it down all round, just as you can see. Then I used 0.5 inches to sew it down. Then I gave it a good iron press. The same process on the opposite sleeve. Here is a quick sewing tip. When choosing your contrast fabric, whether it's Aso Oke, Crepe, or Chino, pick a color or print that complements your Ankara beautifully. A well-chosen contrast fabric instantly gives your kimono a more luxurious finish. Now let's work on the pocket, and the full length of the pocket is about 12 inches, so I marked 9 inches, and the remaining inches I'm going to use it for the fringes. And also for the width of the fabric, that is the entire 6.5 inches that we all know. So I also folded the top part half an inch, then I further folded it into half an inch again, then I ironed it. So this is me making my fringes. If you know how to make your fringes, please kindly do that. So I'm just going to use my needle, and I'm just going to be taking out the horizontal thread, and I'm just going to be pulling it off like this. I'm going to pull it till I get to that part that I sewed on. So when I get to that part, I'm going to stop there, and I'm still going to remove that sewn part also when I want to attach it to the main fabric. So just do this and get your fringes. To position the pocket, first locate your client's natural waist. From the waist, come down about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So for my client's shoulder to waist measurement is 16 inches, and I will come down by 2 inches, placing the top of my pocket at 18 inches from the shoulder. Since my front band is measuring 2.5 inches wide, I'll position the pocket 2.5 inches away from the front opening. This keeps the design balanced and prevents the pocket from sitting too close to the band. Pin the pocket to the front piece only, making sure you don't catch the back piece. Repeat the same process on the other side and stitch the edges neatly, just as you can see me illustrating. Please don't stitch the up parts, just the sides and the bottom. Now let's sew the side seam. First locate the bust line. My client's shoulder to bust measurement is 11 inches. Adding 1 inch gives me 12 inches. If client is on the plus size, make sure that arm opening area is opened well to accommodate the arm and is comfortable. So I'll measure 12 inches, then stitch straight down until I reach the point where the Ankara joining the Aso Oke. Then repeat same process on the other side. Your kimono should now look beautiful and professionally finished. So this is the pocket. I'm done stitching the sides. So at that opening part of the pocket now, I noticed that mine was open. So you can either use hemming gum or you stitch it before you even attach it to the Ankara. So this is what mine looks like. I used hemming gum for mine, and you can see how beautiful relaxed it looks. Then that is the collar, and that is the Aso Oke for the sleeves. So this is all. I'm going to put it on the mannequin and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And that is it for our beautiful luxury Ankara kimono. I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow and beginner friendly. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Remember, sewing becomes much easier when you understand the reason behind every step, not just measurement. See you in my next one. Bye for now.